Yeah, so I sent you some private messages with content creators that I feel resonate when I come across their content. It made me think of you. And I sent you one where I felt like you can do your videos like that person because I feel you asked me prior, like for examples. So I think I sent you one yesterday of a content creator where I was like, this is how you can do your videos. And then there's one, the business coach, you said you follow her too. What I
Yes.
liked about her is she does her lives, but she shows up, and I think she does her lives on multiple platforms because she I think she's talking to her YouTube people, but like it could be six, five or less people, and she still gives her all her energy. She has a $500,000 business. At least that's what she shared. And then in her videos, she gets like a lot of likes, but I've noticed like she doesn't have a lot of comments. Some videos, the ones where she gets a lot of likes, no one comments. So I just want you to know that not to get discouraged because I feel like your videos are something similar where you get engagement, but you might feel like it's not good enough because there's not one no one commenting.
Yeah, or it's not landing. I'm like, is this not landing? Maybe I'm
Yeah,
still trying to find my lane. You know, I don't.
right. And also I saw your video with the background. I like that background you have for your video, but there's like this weird like microphone sound in your video, and I think like if you don't, I think
Hmm.
that's why people put background music because if you listen to it, it has this weird like like a generator is like running.
Oh
And I
wow.
think people who have videos without music, um like it happens. So if you can have a thing where if you can click the edit thing where it's remove background noise or something, but if you play, you hear it. It's like you're talking, but there's this buzz sound, zzz, like electricity. So sometimes I think certain content creators use music and they just put the music volume low to like to drown out that generator music because it's kind of generator sound because it can be distracting. Like when you hear someone talking, you're like you hear this. It's like generators in the background, and I noticed that in my videos too. When I put my voice loud, it has this weird. So I don't know if you noticed that with your video. All right. So so I'm assuming you're either I know you're in the hot tub, but I guess I'll read the comments then if you have something to say. So for today's topic, did you were you gonna say something?
Well, I was just gonna say, go ahead with what you want to talk about. If there's anything that I want to talk about, it's more stuff like from yesterday. If you were looking for something to add, I think that was one of the best lives we've ever had. But go on, go on. I'll
No,
chime
no,
in.
you can go ahead if you want. Okay, I'll say my piece and then we can expound like the last half or more depending when I'm done on the thing. So
Perfect.
what I wanted to focus on um for this live is boundary building because I feel my secret sauce is helping you be ready before you're ready, if that makes sense. Meaning helping you know who you are and set what you stand for and set the ground for road for what type of man you want before he comes. Because if you're not ready before you're ready, meaning if you don't know the how you want to date, how you want people to treat you, what type of guy you want, what type of marriage you want, when you can get all these types of men that come your way and treat you, specifically in certain ways. But if you've never set the standards, it's going to be hard for you to know like if anything's above standard, below standard, or just basic. So I feel like for me, what I will be great at doing is focusing on boundary creating. Because if you when you have strong boundaries, any man that comes your way, you're not going to worry about being hurt because your boundaries are going to push out the guys that aren't for you. So for with that said, we spoke about yesterday a little bit about how the dates are supposed to be and how he's supposed to treat you and da 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 da. So when I thought about that, I said to myself, it's important to understand like the blueprint, how things are supposed to be. Like, freshman year, sophomore, junior, and senior, like there's a blueprint, like there's a system. So you kind of are prepared. And so when it comes to men, you need a blueprint. So, with that said, with boundary setting, the first boundary you want to set as a woman is being the best that you can be for yourself. Now, a man can come at the beginning of your journey, but your number one objective is to build yourself first, right? Be the best that you can be, because when you're the best that you can be, not to say you're not worthy of love if you're not the best that you can be, but when you're the best that you can be, your confidence is going to be better, and the type of men that come your way are going to be better. So what I mean by being the best that you can be, instead of worrying while you're single and focusing on when is your guy going to come, ask yourself, when is that self-discipline going to come for you to stay consistent on your weight loss goal? When is that self-discipline going to come when it comes to your money management? When is that self-discipline going to come for you to get that FICO score you've been trying to get all these years? So what I feel is best. Oh, there's someone here. Welcome, Elena. Welcome. So what I feel is the secret sauce for you ladies, knowing how a man's supposed to treat you and how often to text, that's all good and dandy. But the real work is, are you optimized? Are you optimized right now? Now, or like when I mean optimized, do you feel like you deserve the best right now?
Yes, I do. Heck yeah.
All right. Well, if you feel the best, okay. So if you feel
I
like,
got work to do. I got work to do for
okay.
sure.
Okay, okay, okay. So if you're optimized and you feel if you're optimized right now, then if you're optimized right now, then you should be attracting a lot of, like, not just anybody, but people you like as well. Because when you
Hmm.
feel optimized, who oh I was about to say there's only okay, so you Juicyana dropped out because I was like, who else is this other person? There's only the people supposed to. Okay, so if you feel optimized right now, you're gonna feel really good about yourself. You're gonna feel proud about yourself,
Yeah.
and that's gonna attract your person. If
Now, I
there's
do, I'm sorry. I do want to say, I still have my weight loss goal. Um, I want to ask you about that actually as a nurse, because I'm about to start semaglutide. I want to hear your opinion on it. But I was like, I need an intervention. And, but the house cleaning, like, I feel like I'm doing really well there. And I'm constantly working on my debt. So, yeah, and I need a new car. But I feel like other than that, I'm in a good position.
okay, yeah. So when it comes to the weight loss thing that people do, I took Phenamine once in 2012, and I got the same results. Like, I lost 10 pounds on it, like, in a week, but I could do that with normal nutritional lifestyle changes. So it wasn't that beneficial because you got to do blood work and stuff, and it wasn't worth it to go through all that to get that type of drug. So, but for the other stuff about um, the Manjaro and what other people are taking, I've heard good and bad. Like, people are having bowel issues. You can go on TikTok and put whatever drug you want to use and click it, and you'll see good and bad. Um, I feel like, whatever medicine can do, you can do with what weight loss changes. Just that with the shot is suppressing your appetite. That's the only thing the medication is suppressing your appetite. So by suppressing your appetite, it's going to cause you to eat less. That's the only thing. So if you can do it for 3 months and then try to maintain it, so be it. But I feel like you whatever you can do with the medication management, you can do it with weight loss and lifestyle change. The difference is you're not going to be spending $1,000 a month on the injections. At least that's what I've been told. That's how much the injections are.
Oh,
One
it's
thousand a month.
covered. So it's covered by my insurance.
So those
If
other
I
people don't have insurance. Why are they paying a thousand
no, so
dollars?
I'm doing it through. So I already have, because I'm overweight, I already have a letter of medical necessity from my
A
doctor.
medical necessity, right, right, right.
Yeah, so the weight loss program is covered by my insurance because of that. And so for
Yeah.
me, 3 months is like $1,000.
Wow. So the out of pocket's 1,000 for 3 months.
Yeah, because I have to pay for the blood work, I have to pay for
Oh, I see
them to
the fringe
administer.
requirements, the fringe.
Yeah,
That's how they smart. They're gonna get their
yeah.
money. They're
Either way,
smart.
they're
They're
gonna
like,
get
no,
it.
the medication's covered, but the
Right.
lab work due to like, legal
Mhm.
reasons. They
Exactly.
smart. That's why people are spending 1,000. Okay, it's the blood work and the lab stuff. Yeah, I had to go through that too. In 2009, I went. It was in 2019. I got what's that thing for acne? I forgot what it's called, but it's a pill you take, Accutane. And I had to
Accutane.
do blood work, but I didn't pay no. I was a student, so I didn't. I was on my mother's insurance. She had some good insurance. You government people get some good insurance. I was like, Mommy, did you know I get 10 chiropractic visits in a year? And I'm resourceful, so when I found out that I didn't have to pay no copay, I would go through my nursing class and then go after the dermatology appointment, go get a chiropractor adjustment. Y'all get some good insurance with that government. Now you better use it. And
Yeah, I'm about to. They For us, you can get a acupuncture and a massage for like
yeah, I
60.
know y'all government people because my mother worked for the LA school district as a school nurse, and then she worked for the LA County as a
Mhm.
behavior health nurse and stuff. So even though you're a federal, but you know what I'm trying to say, y'all are government
Yeah,
employees, so you guys have great insurance. Good
sweet.
job. Go gal. But going back to your question. Going back to your question, if it's included, yeah, do it. You got people spending a mortgage payment on that, so yeah, do it. But take advantage of the momentum though, and try to maintain it.
Hmm.
But what was your question? Is it like not to do it, or what was your question regarding?
Oh, just if you thought it was sound. I mean, I'm gonna do it either way because I'm tired of being fluffy. But if you had like a strong opinion about it,
You know who I recommend you could follow if you don't follow her anymore? Dr. Buffy.
oh,
Mrs.
I don't even
Buffy
know
from
what that
Loving. Okay, I'll find her and I'll share it in the comments. I mean, in a DM. Her she was on Loving. No, she was on Real Housewives of Atlanta for like one season.
is.
She's like a black woman. Is Miss Buffy. She's like a pretty middle aged black woman who comes from money, but she has multiple businesses. She had like a series of like a tax preparing companies, and her husband's a psychiatrist, and they have their own wellness spa where they help people lose weight and stuff. So she does live streams on TikTok because she did a Manjaro and she lost weight too. So she talks about, that's the reason why I brought her up because she actually talks about it in her thing. So her husband's a white guy, and she helped him when he was in med school. Like she was the breadwinner, and they've been married ever since. And he's like obsessed with her and stuff like that. So I followed her at first because she proved like black women can find love and stuff, and then it was just an added bonus when her husband's in healthcare, I'm in healthcare, and then they have their own wellness clinic. So they're the people that get that prescript, you go to them to do the lab work and stuff. So I think they're credentialed in your state, like they're in Georgia, Maryland. I think they're working on California. because a
Oh,
lot of their
cool.
clients come from California. But I'll find her and I'll share it in the DM. And I shared several people in the DMs that remind me of you. I said, "Oh, this person reminds me of you," and you're like, "I never heard of them." So I finally got to it.
You're cut off if you're still talking.
Can you hear me?
You came back.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. So let me see if I'm trying to see if I can find her because I don't follow a lot of people because I don't like following. Oh man, let me see. BU. I know her name is, but Auntie knows best. That's what it is. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to her profile. I'm gonna share the thing in the group on the not the group the DM. So here it is, Mrs. Doctor. Here it is. Here's the content creator that has a weight loss clinic. Okay. And she also does like pop, she gives her opinion on pop culture and money management and, just a assortment of things. So I put it in the comments. So now when you have a chance, you can go look at it. Um, Anything else, Elena?
No, that's my plan for next year. And then of course I'm getting my content together for the new year. And I think I'm in alignment. I'm going to get on the app after the new moon in December, after the 12th.
Yeah, we're in the full moon phase. I think it was yesterday at
Mm-hmm.
4 something in the morning. Yeah. I know because my period ends right before the new moon starts. And it's like, I was like, ooh, the moon is full. I was like, let me go check where the full moon is. Literally, I remember the full moon is about to start. It's usually it's full, but then it happens
Mm-hmm.
the next day. But yeah, so you're gonna start your be on the apps in the new moon.
After the new moon, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna do one more cord cutting for the full moon tonight. This will be the third time I try to hack that thing. So once it burns clear, I know I'm in the clear. And yeah, I gotta find out how to take pictures of my hands doing stuff. I gotta figure that out with my camera setup situation because I really like that content you shared about the with the girl in her workbook, like thumbing through her own workbook. And that's an easy reel to do. That's a really easy video and just talk over it.
Oh, that makes sense because I was wondering where you were going with the hand. I'm like, you trying to be a hand model, and then you
What are
said
we
the workbook.
doing?
You trying to be a hand model, but then when you mentioned the video, I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I was like, what you trying to do with your hands?
Yeah.
Yeah, because remember you were asking me of a example, and I was like, there it is. It's funny how all these things you're asking me about, I it comes on my feed, and I'm like, oh, there's one from Elena.
Yeah. Thank you. Very helpful. Excuse me. Very helpful.
Yeah, because y'all basically are doing the same thing, kind of like she created something for herself
Yeah.
that didn't exist, and that's what you're doing.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm just it's the, doing it, just getting it done is my thing. Getting it done, getting it organized so every
But the
single
thing, but
day.
the thing about you, Milena, that's kind of frustrating. If you don't mind me being can't giving you some candor,
Hmm.
is that you are a fashionista and you literally can like really do like that black woman Erin something I sent you. She's
Yeah.
like a box of like so much stuff. She's psychic. She used to work for Wall Street and she has a man. Her man's Nigerian, by the way.
You sent me. Let
Yeah,
me see.
and he's successful. So she has the whole thing. So that's why I thought of you. I was like, this is the energy that I see you. But you have like a good ambiance with your house and everything. I don't know why you're not slaying TikTok, because TikTok is known for like 30-second clips. You literally could like have a cute outfit twirl and have like a something really deep in text. But it's
You
like you're
know what?
not doing it.
Hold up now. You ain't said nothing but a word, because that's all I have to do. What? I don't
Yeah.
in my
I've been
mind,
telling her she will kill it at TikTok for a while. I guess it's a matter of her just starting. She will.
yeah, because I'm like, that's so freaking simple. Not only that, you're right. I have the space. I just might need to move some things around downstairs, but I have the space. I definitely have the clothes, and I have the quotes. Like, that's easy as pie.
You would probably just
I
need to
think you
get
just
like
have to
some
get
just
started.
you just need to
Yeah.
get some viral sounds. If I were you, I would give myself like you said, like I would give yourself two two full moons. So that's a month where
Hmm.
you just post and you don't give yourself grace the first month just to get used to it. And
Yeah.
then after a month, then you can start, seeing like what really works for you. But you would need that plus knowing sounds that are going viral if you're, because you don't even have to talk. There's a lot. The
Yeah.
most successful people on the platform don't talk, like, because they got the looks. You got the looks. You got the curves. You got the fashion. You got a nice background. It's just like it's kind of frustrating because then
No, you
they'll go to your Instagram and they'll be like, "Oh, she already got people there." Because unfortunately, social media can be like a popularity contest. So some people, I'm not like that. If you don't have like a large following, if I like your content, I'll follow. But some people, they're like, "Oh, she has a large following, so that makes you legit." Then they'll go to your Facebook. Then they're gonna see you got like 90,000 people on there. So I just kind of like, "Are you okay?" That's the only thing.
are you okay? No,
Yeah,
you just cracked the code
that's
for
the
me.
African in us. Like, are you
Right. Are
okay?
you okay? You just cracked the code, you ladies. In my mind, it just finally went off. Like, this can be so simple, Melina. Do you know how much typing I done freaking did for my content? You will be disgusted. And it it could be so simple. Just go to the basement, take a tripod, take a what do you call it? That clicker thing, and do a spin and put some words over it. The end.
There's just one manifestation lady I can share in the DMs as well. That's all she does, and she just celebrated. What's with your sister dropping? Is her internet
Now
off?
your internet, her internet might
It's
must
just
be
like the third time. But that she just cleared $1 million in 17 months, and she celebrated on her Instagram. But I follow her on TikTok. She has like 200,000 people. That's all she does is do these selfie video things with like manifesting your specific person type of stuff. She doesn't really,
Mhm.
and then she would do live streams Monday through Friday for 2 hours, just telling people like how to get it together. And then she created her own membership, and I think ever since she created her own membership, like she's been chilling on the live streams. But she had like what you had, like she called it a workshop. So I bought it just to know what was in it, and it was basically like a 17-page like work like guide, not even a workbook. It was just like a guide to tell you what to do. A workbook gives you areas to like write in, but it was a guide plus some links to videos that she didn't create, like links to meditation videos and how to do EFT tapping, and she paid charged $77, right? So, and that was that. She was sold that over and over, and then people would say, come into her life saying how it's changed their world, and she got all these testimonials. Then she
Mhm.
took that off the market, and then she just has her membership that's like 60 something or less than $100 a month. So I'm just telling you, it can work for
Yeah,
you.
thank you. Mm. Yeah, it could be so freaking easy. What day
It
is
can
this?
all be so simple,
It
like
really
Lauren Hill says.
could. I need to watch day 59. Let me text that to myself so I can watch this over, because this don't make no sense.
Yeah, that's why I was like, can I be honest, Malena? I was like, because I was talking about, you're like, actually, I'm fully optimized. I'm like, Malena,
No, you're
really?
not.
I'm fully optimized.
You are.
I was like,
But
okay.
okay.
Falaya's like, I need some more work. Malaya's like, I'm pretty good. I
Yeah.
was like, really?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
No, I appreciate it.
You guys
Yeah.
are so funny. You're like, let me. Okay, she's like, actually, I just need this one thing. I'm like, really? Because if you did what I'm telling you did October 1st, I think you would probably 10,000 followers, and you would have men. You would literally have like the pickings.
Hmm.
You won't even need to do a Bumble or whatever app you were trying to use in the future.
Yeah.
You're like, see, that's the energy I'm talking about. Yeah. What
No,
is?
because I'm
Oh,
mad. No,
I
let
thought
me
you
not.
meant you didn't want to be on the platform. I'm like, what is it about you not wanting to take space? It's like you don't want people to see you. You just want to hide. But then you want the results of somebody that's visible. That's why I'm like confused of the disconnect. The results and the goals you want is of somebody who's visible, but you don't want to be visible.
I want to be visible. I'm going to be visible. I want to be. I want to be visible.
You sure?
Yes.
Feline, this is your sister. You've known her for years. Does she want to be visible? Like she says it consciously, but
She
subconsciously,
has
does
a
she?
challenge. We both do. Yeah, she has a challenge. We both do. But I think it's just a matter of her jumping off the cliff and just starting to make some videos. Say, fuck it, let's do this.
I think, to be honest with you, ladies, the next program it shouldn't be a program that helps you with vetting. It really should be like a visibility challenge.
Hmm.
To be
Yeah.
honest with you, because I can give you the blueprint, the recipe. Oh, this is what you do when the guy comes, but you first need to get him to come.
Yeah.
So the boundary and the vetting program, that's after the visibility. We need you to get like juicy. The first
Can we
step.
talk about that today? Oh my god. Can we get talk about getting juicy and visible? Oh my god.
There comes Malaya. There she's gonna come. Just like Malena, when I was talking about you need a man that can have money. Like I second that. I do. It's like I know when you ladies are gonna tap into double dutch. Like you're gonna step in. Like now you're talking about
Hmm.
language. Now, when it comes to being juicy, that means you're being seen, right?
Yeah.
You're when you walk into the room, you absorb. You're like a vacuum that sucks the energy. You're like Beyonce at her Renaissance tour movie premiere.
Yeah.
That's what I want you to be, where people are talking slander and people are talking praises, but they're talking. And I feel the challenge for you ladies is that you don't want to you're not ready for the negative side. You're okay with the praises, but you're concerned of the negative, and that causes you not to take space. Because
Hmm.
when you're juicy,
Yeah.
men love juicy, right? They're thirsty, so they need some juice.
Hmm.
So if the first program is only 30 days, right? For that was the goal, 30 days, and then we can focus on the vetting because then you will have some candidates to practice with. But we have work to. We first need to bring the boys to the yard. That's the first step. Then once the boys in the yard, then you can focus on the boundaries and scenarios because you actually have candidates to practice. But there's some homework to do first.
Yeah.
So when I'm talking about a visibility challenge, meaning you are taking action steps every day for 30 days to be visible on a platform that you can be consistent with. Now, I feel like you already got Facebook down and Instagram down, obviously, Melena. Um, uh, Facebook and Instagram are really great for to get leads because they're more nurturing friendly.
Hmm.
And so I think you got that down, but you've been consistent with Facebook, but you need to activate your Instagram again, right? But TikTok is good too because it's great at bringing like new people, and then they can go to those other
Yeah.
platforms. So for the 30 days, the
Not
goal is
only
for you
that,
to.
but getting on TikTok will actually hit two birds with one stone because I can just take that video that I did on TikTok and put it right on Instagram
And Facebook, right? Because Instagram does Facebook too.
and Facebook. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. And then you can use it for real. YouTube Shorts if you want to for your YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was like, hello, yeah, yeah. So so I think right now, like what the next program is, because I feel like that was the biggest challenge to bring the men in. It's like they don't know you exist,
Yeah. Thanks a
and then
lot.
and they huh.
I said thanks a lot. But yeah, you're right. You're right.
Then
They
they
don't.
don't. And I was telling you, are you doing this? You'd be like, no. I was like, you'd
Yeah.
be like, I was like, are you showing the titties out? Are you out there letting people know you're on the market? Like, no. So there's something about you that is reluctant to take space.
Yeah.
That's why I was so we need another 30 days. That's all we're gonna focus on is visibility. We're not gonna talk about like we only it's only gonna about be visibility. It's gonna be very targeted because we need all hands on deck. That's the
Yeah.
biggest key. You once you get visible, the men are going to respect you because for you to be large on Facebook and Instagram and then TikTok, they're going to have a sort of respect for you because they know you do this, right? Because your website's already to put together, so you're not just some random
Yeah.
person that just said overnight I'm a life coach. You really do this, and so they're going to know you have purpose and you have a hobby. And then you're going to attract ladies. You can attract ladies in multiple ways when you get back on TikTok is you can help ladies, grow their following. You can help ladies like glow up. You can help ladies have a little side business even though you have like a job that you actually like. It's like you have a lot of stuff going on, but you need to take space. It's like you need to, you need to I don't know how to say this. You need to like talk your ish. That's why I made you do that brag sheet exercise. And when I read that,
Mhm.
I was just like, I knew it subconsciously, but I didn't know it like details. Like I knew the outline of it, but when I read that, I was like, wow. So I feel the
Yeah.
men are going to come by like default. It's just going to be an added bonus. It's like killing two birds with one stone. You're building your visibility. That's something that you want to do, and as well the men are going to be attracted because the men are going to be attracted to you because you look good, while the women are going to be attracted to you because they like your content and you're kind of romanticizing your life. So you're going to get the
Yeah.
two different types of audience for different things.
Hmm. Yay.
Now, Miss Falion, about you two. So you're already doing your thing, and I told you about that little editing feature because even Milena, she can see your most recent video. She will see what I'm talking about while you're talking. It has this buzzing sound in the background, and I think
Hmm.
that happens when you don't have any background music. And I think that's probably why people do it to. I always wonder why everybody has music, and it's because without the music, you hear that zzz sound. So
Yeah.
to some people it might not be a big deal, but to others it could. So I just want you to know about that. But for
Yeah.
you too, you shared a video of me, but I was so zonked out because I did a live prior to our training that was several hours that I was out after. I was
Hmm.
I was out like I don't know what happened. I woke up, it was 4 in the morning. I was like, what happened? So I literally wanted to do a live later on in the afternoon, but I was zonked out, so I missed your live. But continue doing the live streams. Are you doing it for 30 minutes or how long are you doing your live?
Oh, okay. I'll start off doing it about 30 minutes, but I've been so uh, disheartened. And also, I'm gonna send you my lives before the end so you can take a look at them and critique them hard. But I get so disheartened. Like today, I just went on for 9 minutes because I was like, I'll be consistent, I'll show up, but this is all I got in me is 9 minutes.
What if I told you if you can um, create ahead of time your live streams and know that the goal isn't to have a lot of people watch it, the goal is to have something that you can make an affordable masterclass and give it to people who want to know how it is to work with you before they get into your program or one-on-one coaching,
That sounds like a good goal. I
Yeah,
like that
that's
channel.
cool.
right?
Janice,
So
you be
then, huh?
sorry.
Go ahead, Marie.
Nothing. I say you be on it. Like what? You just
Thank
put
I
it
you.
in
will
such
also say that like
in such
I've
a
been so
succinct.
tired. I'm kind of like happy I don't have a bunch of people in my lives, or happy that I don't have a lot of engagement, because I honestly, I've been so tired. Like, I feel like it's something that when we talk about basically what you were talking about in the beginning of the live, Shameless, about like you work on it first by becoming your best self. So I've been working on myself, and it's become apparent. Like, I need to work on my energy levels. Like, I'm tired a lot. I need to work on that. I need to work on like being showing up and being consistent with this stuff every day has exhausted me, and I've been off. You know what I mean? I've been off. So I'm like, I need to work on my energy and my vitality, and I need to work on like getting adequate sleep. You know what I mean? So because just doing the bare minimum that I've been doing has been tiring me out. And I know it's important to keep going with it. And so I know I need to rearrange my energy levels around it because it's important to me that I keep going. Does that make
Wow, I
sense?
think it does. I feel because you're a spiritual healer, like you have our energy reserves is just always going to be less than the average person. Especially if you're undiagnosed neurodivergent, your energy, you got to be mindful. That's why I was saying to pick something that you can be consistent in, and then in 30 days you would know what works. But if you can't do an hour, maybe 10 minutes is what you do. But what I was saying about the master class is if the outcome is just to have some good content, if people come in or not is icing on the cake, but the goal is to create good content so you have something to give your audience as a low entrance offer, so you don't feel guilty for charging multiple thousands of dollars to work with you. It's like, oh, you can't afford that. Well, here's this class where I said the 10 keys of your heart of this, or what to watch on if you want to reset your life. So every day, when you go on live, it's like there's a purpose. It's like I'm here creating a catalog of stuff. So before you know it, you have all these digital products that can provide you passive income. So you do that live once because the TikTok gives you the ability to record. Every blue moon, they might have a glitch and it might not record, but for the most part, it's recorded and it'll be saved for 30 days before they delete it. So then every live have a focus, so you can make it a master class, or you can upload it to your YouTube channel as a content. You can upload it for free, or you can upload it as a private, so you can give the link in a paid service. So then now you're basically using TikTok as a platform just to like, because TikTok has a lot of great effects for live streams. That's the good thing about TikTok. Most platform doesn't allow you to do live streams without being on camera. So if you go up to the nines with production, especially if you have a laptop, you are desktop. TikTok has a desktop feature, but I think it's only for PCs. It's not for Macs. But you can really make it really high end production. And so if you did like 10 to 30 minutes, you can charge $1 to $11 and get people on your email list. So if people don't show up, you're like, I don't care. I got content now. I can repurpose this. So if you did that for 30 days, you can have a 30 days worth. If you did 30 days of an hour training that is typical of what you would share in a one-on-one coaching session, you literally will
Hmm.
have 30 individual digital products. That's a mini business. That's a real business. And then all you would have to do is create the marketing funnels, which you would do with your email list that you have with Flowdesk. And if you just sucked it up for 30 days and just put your head down and focus on creating these products, you could technically not have to work with anybody live for a minute. You would just be like a content creator and then you have digital products. And then if people really want to work with you, they really need to bring the money out because you got 30 digital products that they can do. They don't need to talk to you on the phone, but if they really want that customized support, then they could do that. So then that also releases any guilt or try to manipulation from clients saying, well, I can't afford it. I got kids that need braces. Johnny needs to go to soccer practice. Well, here's this product. It's only $11.
Nice, Shameless. I think that's a good goal. I think my goal will be to do that. Like everything you just said, I'll come back and listen to the replay, and to look pretty to attract men. You know what I mean? For real.
That's all you
No,
heard was the men part. I was talking.
no. I'm saying the twofold business of do your
Okay.
business and
Okay.
attract and look pretty and attract a man. You
Okay.
know that e blue guy. I sent him a followed him. He followed me back, and he left a message on one of my videos. So
He's fine, huh?
I don't. I didn't even look. I didn't even look. I don't.
He's a cutie. He has a deep voice on him.
There's a
Seamus,
man
you
in my
thank you.
DMs. What'd you say?
Oh no, I was just saying thank you, Melena. Someone sent me
Oh
a comment. Yeah.
yeah. There's a man in my DMs like wanting to move the conversation off the app. Melina, one, I don't think you were here yet, but I was telling Shameless how I'm afraid of DMs. I'm like, are these people
I know, and
killers?
not not you dropping these bombs at the end of the live stream. I was like, Feline, I'm asking any updates, ladies. Any men reach out? You're like, nope. Oh, by the way, I'm afraid of DMs. I'm like, so how are we supposed to
Laugh
attract
a lot.
somebody? It's just like y'all be like sabotaging on purpose. It'd be like, Shameless, I am upset. There's no progress. The holidays are here, but you're literally like deleting the DMs. I'm just joking. Not that you're deleting, but how are y'all supposed to meet a man? If how's he supposed to? He's supposed to send birds, some doves to your house, and you send a sheep back. Like, how are we supposed to go on a date if you don't want to deal with DMs?
Well, you clearly see some of the blocks that have been going on. You can clearly see. So, um, can we talk today? Not now. I know if you're finishing what you were saying, but talk about how to do that process. Not saying that I want to talk to this man like that, but if a man DMs, I'm imagining as we work through this stuff, me, you, and Melina, we're gonna get DMs from men like, "I like you. You're pretty." How do we approach that? How do we work that situation? Can we talk about that?
Well, first off, do you like these people? It doesn't matter if you don't like them, right? You just leave them as is. Do you like these men?
I mean, it's just a couple messages on
No, no, no. I'm You're not
TikTok.
answering my question. Do you find them attractive?
Is he going to pay my bills? Then yes, he would be attractive. If he's not, no.
Well, attractiveness is broad. So if attractiveness mean like he meets all your criteria, like financial and looks wise, then so be it. So the point is, can you see yourself going on a date in real life if he asked you out?
I wouldn't know. It's just like a DM. It's just been like 10
Because you don't
messages.
know about the financial part, right?
I don't know about the financial part. I don't know if this person's real. I don't even know how to respond back to his messages.
Okay.
You know, like, I need a
Oh,
help. I need a help.
is the person real or like are they a bot? Like, is it a real
Oh my
account?
God, shameless. How would I know? That's what I need help with. Oh my
A
God.
bot.
Now I'm
Well, there's this one guy that sent me a message, and I was like, I went to his account, and he like he didn't have any videos. It was all only photo videos, meaning like it was a video, but it was a photo. So then I was like, are you a bot? Because he came to my live again. I was like, are you a bot? Because they have people, they just get photos from the dark web and they just create counts, right? A lot of people do that too when they don't have a photo in their profile and it's a private page. So they're not real people. They're just people with, because I have multiple accounts on TikTok. I just because there was a time where I wanted to do a separate page just for manifestation, a separate page to document my fitness journey, but I was overwhelmed. I was like, girl, if you don't just focus on this one platform first.
yeah,
But the
just the
point that
one.
I'm trying to make is that one person can create multiple accounts. Doesn't mean like they're a real person. So what I mean is he a bot, meaning like, did you go to his page? Does he have videos of himself? And if he doesn't have videos of himself, that's a red flag to me because even
Okay.
though there's people who have videos that they share of other people's content because that's TikTok. But if you're a
Mhm.
guy or a woman and you're trying to meet somebody on this app, like I think it's wise for them. You can make your page private if you're afraid of people. See, I'm not saying you, but if a man is reaching out to a woman, he's going to think consciously, oh, this woman's going to investigate. Like anybody who has self-esteem is going to investigate. And if they go to your page and you got no video showing who you are, that's going to be like what are you hiding, unless you have like a link Instagram or whatever. So what I would recommend is if you can assess if this person's a real person or you can share their contact info, until like Thursday, I would recommend you do that, is send me stuff I can do what I can to vet or whatever. Get his social media handle that you can see who he is. Now, if you can assess if he's meets your criteria, go in the DMs and have a little bit of exchange back and forth and be like, "Hi, it's so nice for you to reach out to me." But if you feel he's a weirdo and you don't know anything about it, that's a red flag.
Well, that's good. Okay, that's good. And I don't know. I have to look at this man stuff. It's not that I care about this particular man, but yeah, like I said, I'm realizing that okay, me and Melina are probably going to have men coming through the DMs, and I have no idea how to handle that. So that's really great. Okay, and now what if they're a real person? What do we do from there?
If they're a real person, if they're a real person, I would try to get it off the DM as much as as quickly as possible, so you can get to know them. You know, because there's certain things people can hide with the text and context. You can take things out of context, so you can give them like a Google number, or if you're comfortable sharing your Instagram, you can do like a Instagram, chat. There's different. You can
Hmm.
use you can use pen site too. You can give them pen site, and you can do a little video call on pen site. Just give them the link to that if you don't want them to know your information, but to try to have a chat to see who they are. And if you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it. But that's what I would do. I wouldn't be so the DM thing would be to see how, like, that's part of like the vetting process too. It's like you no more than 2 days going back and forth. If they don't feel like comfortable, like one of the men that it was in my lives in the beginning, like they sent me their number, and because I was still like had some emotional unavailability too, like I if I was really serious, I would have, politely, I deleted the number. The person sent me another message, but I probably would have been like, "Oh, that's so sweet that you gave me your number. I prefer the men to reach out." Then he would have probably asked me for my number in exchange. But because I wasn't emotionally available, my mind wasn't open to those options. Does that make sense? The more available you are, the more solutions to challenges come up. But when you're closed off, it's just kind of like there's no other way. It is what it is.
Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you.
So I'm gonna take my advice, that I'm just giving you, because after this, I'm gonna reach out to that person and be like, I was deleting that, da da da. But yeah. So like, don't sleep on social media. Like that's a big what do you call a flex to be like I attracted my husband off TikTok. You know, by
Yeah.
just me focusing on my business, focusing on myself, this random just out of the blue just popped into my box, and it went from there. Because they slide in Instagram, I think people are getting used to TikTok. Because it's acceptable for people to meet their future person on Instagram, but I think TikTok people are getting used to it. But you'll be shocked. Like any place that there's a lot of people, be open to meeting your person on it.
So if I did like them and I said, okay, I give them my Google Voice number, what conversation would I ask, like, or say, um, I'm looking for someone to like pay my bills. How do I word that again? I know we went over it before, but how,
Oh, you
like, when
won't
did
tell
that
them that.
conversation?
You'll tell them that on like the second day. Remember, the first day was just to see if you like their energy. But ideally, you would try to assess that like by their energy, if they have the capability, if do they have a solid job. Because if you know what a person does for a living, you can do some research on Glassdoor or different platforms to know how much their salary is. So in the
Hmm.
beginning, until it makes sense, you don't get up in their business, right? In the beginning, right? So obviously you're not
Hmm.
going to ask someone in the DMs how much you make unless you're a sex worker, right? But
Yeah.
unless you're a sex worker, then it is what it is. If you're a sex worker, you have a different method, a different focus. But if a guy is like says he's a surgeon, you can learn what type of surgeon he is and know how long he's practiced and be like, oh, he makes this range. He can afford $5,000 a month, right? But if he says he
Hmm.
works at Walmart and or he does Uber runs or does Lyft runs or he's an Uber driver, he probably won't. He if he does, he's probably needs to use that money for something else. So then you'd be like, "Oh, you're such a sweet soul," and then you'll find a way to curve him, because he can't financially afford you if he's doing Uber runs. You know, Uber delivery runs. You
Yes,
know,
shameless. I know Ubers.
I'm just asking. Because there's
Thank
Uber
you.
driving and there's Uber runs. I didn't know Uber, does like because I thought there's only Uber Eats. And I went to Sally's and one of the pickup people was a Uber person. I was like, I didn't know they do Uber deliveries. I thought it was only for food and driving. So now they do pickups at Sally's Beauty Supply.
Yeah, they'll do wherever they can make that money.
Cause hood hairdressers, we be at Sally's, this guy cracked me up because it's so funny. This other black lady who had like loose curly hair, it's like he knows the regulars. He's like, "Hey, girl," it's like, I'm
Mhm.
here to get the T18 toner. It's just like it's so funny how black women are. But anyways, what was the point I was talking about? But yeah, when it comes to the DMs, the goal of the DMs is again, it's just like giving your card. The goal of is to have a real conversation off the app. Unless you want a pen pal, unless you want an ego boost, unless you
No.
want 10 men, interacting with you.
Oh,
So if
this is
you have,
exciting, ladies.
so if you
Hmm.
have a DM, you can share it in the DMs. You can share your DM in the DM, and I can help you with that until
Okay, I feel
Thursday.
like I looked and he just had videos of him like no, I feel like yeah, I was like, is this even a real person? So it's probably not gonna be a DM with him, but I wanted to know
Oh,
how I
so he
approach
doesn't
that.
have videos of any videos of him?
Let me look. Um yeah, it's just a photo video, a nature video, and
He said
another
a
photo.
he said a naked video,
No, nature video.
a nature video. Okay,
Like they're just solid pictures, so nothing of him like actually being a real human. So I wouldn't trust that.
right. That's kind of suspect. Yeah. You can be funny and be like, "Are you a bot?" Because you have no like videos of yourself, and they'll be like, "No, I'm a real person," and they'll give you some proof. But it's there's people who are on TikTok just to consume content. So there's nothing wrong if they don't have anything personal. But if they're
Hmm.
using their profile to connect with somebody for dating purposes, they have to be practical and have something. So because realistically somebody who's going to consider you seriously is going to want to know you're a real person. But if you're just somebody who wants to listen to live streams and watch videos and you're not trying to be a content creator, there's nothing wrong having random videos and nothing of you, because then you can be on social without being on social, so to speak. I get that. But if you're trying to DM somebody from that account that you're trying to be a CIA agent on, you gotta be realistic and compromise. You gotta put something of you or give somebody a link to your other social that you do show yourself, right? That's what I would
Hmm.
recommend. So what I would tell that person is like, oh, I noticed you don't have any videos of yourself. And I get it, like you for work or whatever reason you want to be private, but do you have any other handles? Because like it's hard for me to consider you romantically if I don't, you're not a real person so far. It's up to you how you want to go. But that's what I would do, because I kind of made fun of somebody who came to my live in a jokey joke. I said, "Hey, so and so, are you real? Because I thought you're a bot because you don't got any. All your photos, all your videos are just a photo of you, and it looks like it's been years ago. Like, are you real?" Like, "Yeah, I'm real." Da da da. Da. I was like, "All right, whatever." But I still think you're not real because you're always in. And he'll comment weird, like he was flirting with these like random people in the comments, like their photo was like a smiley face and he'd be like, "Yes, thank you, lovey." I was like, this is weird. So I was just like, what? So that's another thing too. Go to their videos. If they have feedback, see how they respond. If they're just flirty with everybody, that's suspect to me. A man who's very flirty. If you're always like if a man is a man, I get it, like they're like creatures. But if they're just indiscriminately flirty with any woman that gives them a compliment, I'm kind of like,
Yes, it's very ick.
it's very ick, yeah. Which is why I said in my live stream, I was talking about one character. I was like, you give me F boy vibes. Like you had a phase because he's very comfortable with women. He's like, what? I'm not an F boy. I'm a good guy. Because men who are very flirty, like that's ladies man energy. Because usually that's why I like my men awkward. Because less likely I gotta worry about him. But anywho, with the remaining 5 minutes of this call, any questions?
I don't have any. Thank you so much for the ahas. I'm gonna go downstairs and figure out how to do all that stuff, but it should
Yeah,
be easy.
you said something when Feline was talking when I was telling her about doing her lives and making it a recording. You were gonna say something, but you stopped talking.
I can't remember.
It was like saying I was saying like, oh yeah, you should just replay it as a master class so then you can have a passive income. And you're like, yeah, such and such. But y'all talk at the same time. I didn't get what you were saying. But if you don't forgot, it's all good. But yeah, so for lion, so that's something. If you want, I could help you do in the sense that I could do that in my own way, and we can be accountability to I can hold each other accountable for 30 days. We do a live stream, 10 to 30 minutes with the thinking process of turning it into a paid product.
Yes, I love that. And I will say one thing I've learned about my journey, I need weekends off. I can't do anything for like day after day without a break. I need off time. So I'll do it every day except for weekends. That's me. I'm down. Let's do that.
Okay, so you're Monday through Friday. You're like an Oprah Winfrey show type of person, where you have your shows on Monday through Friday, right?
Me
Feline, are you
too.
there? Okay, awesome, awesome. Okay, well, as always, if you have anything that comes up, you can post in the group. And remember, the DMs and the individual like support is available until it technically should have been tomorrow, but I said the 30th, so I'll keep that my word to that. It'll be Thursday because technically, wait, today's the 50. Today's the 5th. Tomorrow's. Oh yeah, I guess Thursday is the 30th because Thursday will be day 60. So I guess I'm right. I don't know why I thought differently because I should be one day off
Yeah.
because we start, but it doesn't matter because the this train's 58, 59. So I'll get tomorrow's Wednesday's 59 and then Thursday's 60. So we have 30 days consistently showing up. So yes, so post anything in the group or in the DMs if you have any questions. DMs if you don't, even though there's only you ladies in the group, but if you want it, not put in the DMs. But if you want the ladies to like learn of like an article or something, continue sharing it in the Word to Wax Up group. I am thinking about creating like a co-ed, like what I was thinking of. Do you mind one of you muting because it's like an echo? I don't know. I think it's you, for Juicyana, because Melena's muted. Okay, awesome. So what I was thinking about doing, because remember I asked you ladies about either having an all-included membership or a group with individual courses that they can pay as they go if they want. And so what I realized what I will do is I'm going to create a socializing group, and if they want like educational stuff then they could purchase a different level of a membership where they get access to the course, but it doesn't affect you ladies because you're grandfathered anyways. But that's what I was thinking because the group is going to be a social co-ed because one of the fellows that was in my live yesterday, he really wanted to. I thought he was playing like he was being funny, but he kept on asking. I was like, interesting. And I would love my real goal is to build a group so I don't really need to be on TikTok because I'm not a type of personality like people tell me how to conduct myself because they've removed my privileges twice, and I appealed it because I didn't do anything wrong. But I don't want someone having the ability to do that, and it's stressful because I don't know what the guests are going to say. And so anytime I do lives, I have the added burden of having to monitor and be anticipatory of what they say, because if they say something silly, like all my hard work in my page will be, so my long-term goal is my community to be like my where I go to in the day versus TikTok. That's my overall goal. So with that said, I'm going to start putting that into work. So I'm going to create a community, and it'll be great if you ladies found your person in that group. That would be nice, to create. I think I mentioned this earlier, a few or a month ago, where it would be great if I was like I kind of indirectly match made you, meaning by being part of my community, you met your person. Um, so I'm going to be working on creating this community for it to be fun. So the community is going to be fun. Isn't it going to be teachy? If they want to learn something, they can get, excuse me, a course or a service. So that's what I'm going to do. And so obviously, ladies will be a part of that once it's done. So that's just something. But if you can unmute if you have any final thoughts, and then we'll just head out.
Well, my final thought is I put a TikTok in the group. It's this white cowboy guy talking about loving black women, and
Oh,
I
I
think you
saw
should
that
listen.
video. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So good. I was like, man, this is great. So that's my final thought. That's what I'm going for. We deserve to be totally adored, and I'm looking forward to that.
It's good that you're training your brain on what you want to watch versus light skinned men. You should watch out for them. I'm glad you're following. I'm
Yeah.
glad you're watching videos that are like proving that good men are out there.
Yeah, my that your life really helped me to clear that up, and I feel like I had a boogeyman in my subconscious, and now it's like he's dead. So that's good.
Yay.
That's awesome.
Kill the boogeyman.
Melania, you're funny. You are funny, Melania. You're like a laid back reader. You'd be like so sly and quiet that out of the blue you say something.
um,
She's hilarious.
She is hilarious. She cracks me up. Oh, so any final things to say, Melena?
no, I'm going to do my little twists and twirls tonight. I'm gonna put it in the group so you ladies can
oh,
see.
oh, oh, be on the lookout because I'm going to send
Yay.
you ladies a questionnaire in the group that you can. It's a link. It will be like a Google form. So
Mhm.
so it can help me iron out the next program so I have it ready because you'll be grandfathered in. So so just be on the lookout. All right, ladies, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.
All right,
All right, bye
thank you.
everyone. Thank you.
All right.